Hey everybody, it's Doug here, Thedougmysticeye Board Game Geek. Welcome to the channel. We're going to get to our second episode of Hero Realms with the expansion, the cooperative campaign expansion, the Ruin of Thandar. And we did, in the last video, I did the setup and I did the first turn. In this video, I'm going to do a couple more turns. Now, this game is a deck builder. In the original game, just the very base game, it plays out exactly like a game called Star Realms, where you fight each other. They added the addition of character classes, which I thought was awesome, and then added a co-op mode, which made the game better for me. And now they've added this adventure or quest mode. They've also added, I got in my package with the Ruins of Thandar, I got some additional other things. I got these two expansion packs, boss decks. Not going to worry about using them right now. Just want to show you that they came into that with me when I got the Ruins of Thandar Kickstarter package in the mail. But we're going to get started. We're going to go right to our turn. The only thing that I think I was trying to remember if I actually made an error. I don't know that I did. So I think we're just going to get right to it and start playing. Now, the first character, again, is going to be our rogue, or thief, rather. And she, of course, has to deal with the villain. Oh, I remember what I did. It's a buried rule, but when you have a minion in front of you, you cannot attack the villain. I did, in fact, attack the villain, but I may have been okay because I had enough damage where, remember, you can apply the damage anywhere you want. I defeated the villain first and then applied the damage, so I might have been okay. I'm going to leave it alone. Just want to point that out to you. I have to do the minion in first before I could do any damage to the master. All right, well, let's get started. The first thing that happens in a round is we're going to draw the card of the master and play that. So the very first thing that we do is we flip over the next card of the master and see what it says. It's going to be a charging drunk. So a charging drunk is going to be coming at our thief. And it says, unaware, nearby players may deal double damage to this minion. Okay, so that's weird. So I guess the nearby player can attack this minion, even though it's nearby. It can attack it even though it's in front of our thief. And I'm still a little confused. Maybe you can help me on the minion and elite minion thing. Because it says that regular minions go in front of the player and elite minions stay in front of the master. And I'm playing it that way, but I don't know, it seems quirky. So we'll see. Anyway, so the next step that happens once we've laid out the card is we know that card, that drunk, is going to charge our thief. We don't have any hazards, no events. Okay. 2, if the master now has a mastery card, he usually has 1, so not enough to advance in level. Then the master uses their minions. That's the next thing that happens. And they're in the active play area, which players play area. Then they use the minions in the master's area. So this one is going to attack the thief for 4 damage. Ugh, that means we're at 45 now. 45 damage. Let me show you that. So, yeah, we're now at 45 damage with our thief. We really can't do anything specific about that right now. I don't have any particular healing skills yet that we can work with. Okay, then the master uses each of its minions in the master's area. That isn't going to happen. So we have to stun them quickly because they attack every player, and this one only attacks the one player. Okay, then the master uses all the combat generated from the villain's card on this player. So this is a blue symbol on this character, so let's take a look at the master's card, and the blue symbol says 1 and stun your highest champion. Well, good news is our thief does not have any champions, but bad news is she's going down to 44 health. Ouch. Already taking a beating. Oh my gosh, we're okay though. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't played this yet. This might be sucking. I have no idea. Anyway, let's go to the cards now, because now it's time for us to play our cards. This is going to be a purchasing turn for the thief because we got our ruby here for 2, And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, so 6 total purchasing power plus our bag of holding that says draw a card. So we're going to do that. Get to draw an extra card, and it's going to be 1 throwing knife, so we have 1 point of damage. We don't have anything else to do, so we can't kill the this minion with that, so it's not going to be very helpful. And then it says, when at the end of the turn, when you draw a new hand, draw an additional card. So that's good. We get to get an additional card at this end of this turn as well. It's going to be mainly attacks. That's pretty good. Okay, so we got 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 purchasing gold to buy stuff with. Now we do know that she already took one of these nature character symbols cards into her hand. This one does 2 gold and 4 attack, and it says target the opponent and the opponent's discard pile. That's not going to really help us that much, but we are going to get him for 3 and add him to our discard pile, and that is then we're going to put out another card. And then we're going to see what else we want to get. We got 3 more points. We can get Afterlife. We can get this Spark, which just does some damage. Actually, this one might be good for us because we are piling up on the greens. This does 3. It would do another 2 if we'd already played a green card. Or we can take for 2 a... Oh, I know what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. So that was 3. 4, we're going to take this Profit card, which does some gold, gives us some gold, and does an attack if we have another one of these. We don't right now, but we can get those later. And then for 2, we're going to take a Fire Gem, which we can trash for damage, but it helps generate more money and will allow us to generate additional revenue for ourselves. And then we're going to put out another card, and that is really going to wrap up her turn because she can't do any damage with the minion in front of her. Now, if I'm playing that right, I was told that by a fellow viewer, and I believe him. I can't find that rule. This book is really little and packed with text. So really needs something like a little online printable cheat sheet or something like that. Would be very helpful. Somebody out there do it. I'm not going to. And that's going to be the end of the thief's turn. So we're going to then discard all of these. Now remember, we get to draw an extra card this turn. So we're going to discard all of that. We're going to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So basically we got our guy out. We're going to have some attacking this turn. 2 throwing knives. And that's going to be our hand for the turn. It's too bad we can tap him to draw a card, then discard a card. We're probably going to do that because we want to try and do some damage and get rid of this guy in front of us. Luckily, he has been used. And so I got to look and see when on the turn he will come back when it's expended. So we'll take a look at that. I don't know how that works with the master. It might work the same as the base game. I'm not sure. Actually, I guess at the end of the master's turn, this guy should go back up that direction, would be my guess. Okay, so that's going to end that round. Let's go on then to our wizard. Of course, the first thing that we do... Oh, you know what? I forgot to draw the extra card. Remember, we get 6 cards for our thief because of her bag of holding, so I'm shuffling up her deck to see what that 6 card is. That could be really important this turn, actually. Let's see what we get. Okay, we're going to get another throwing knife. That deck actually is very important. That's a lot of damage being done by her. If I can get rid of the minion in front of her, we'll blast the master. Okay, now let's move on to the wizard. We're going to draw our card from the deck. For the villain, what do we get? We get Twisting Bolt. This is an action. It says Curse. This deals 10 damage to you. A nearby player may choose to suffer the damage instead. Ouch. Wow, that is really rough. And that's going to be 11 damage. And if the wizard had had a champion out, it would stun that champion. So, I think he'll just take it. He's just going to take the damage. Boom! That was a rough hit for us. And then he's going to actually go down to 39. He's going to take 1 additional damage. So we're going to bump that down to 30, 39, wherever that is. Let's see. I keep finding the 6, but there it is. 39 points of damage. Then this will get discarded. And if he had had a champion out, we would stun it. It is time for the wizard to take his action. So what do we got? We got some money here to spend. We got his fire staff. Book of Secrets. Let's see what the Book of Secrets does. It says you may acquire an action or item of cost 3 or less without paying its cost. So let's do that first. We'll acquire that, and I think we'll acquire, it says an action or item. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to acquire this Afterlife card. It does gives us 2 gold. It says you may put a champion from your discard pile on top of your deck. That could be useful. I don't know. That's going to go into his discard pile. That means we've played this card, and then we get to draw a card, which is only 1 card left, and it's a Ignite. So basically, we're going to have to shuffle if we have to draw any more cards. I'm just going to prepare his draw deck in case he needs it. Okay, so that is that card. We'll put that in his discard pile. Now, we have these to deal with. These ones are going to deal damage. We're going to put him into play. That's a champion. So we're going to put him into play. I'll put him right here. Now, we can tap him to do a number of things with our cat familiar. Is we can tap him to do a point of damage. We can tap him to do a gold, or we can tap him to heal. He also defends our wizard for 2 points. Not a lot, but let's start with this first. 3 damage right here, and it says 2. If you have 2 or more actions in play, draw a card. We don't actually have 2 or more actions in play, so it's going to be 3 total points of damage we're going to do to the villain. Remember, we don't have an enemy in front of us, so we're going to do 3 points of damage to the villain and discard those. That's going to put the villain down to 40. Well, how do we get to 40 on this? Let's see. I'll just say the 10 is a 40. It's not a 10. Okay, so we're at 40 even. Nice. All right. Let's move on. And then we got 2 coins to purchase with. We could get a 3rd coin if we want to use the familiar. And here we are. So we got 2 coins. I think it's okay. I think we'll just get this influence right here. Because we already got one of these cards in our bag. Or we could get a fire gem for money. This one's actually 3. It's better. So, and we can trash it for 3 damage. So we're going to take that card for our 2 gold. That'll discard those. Put another card back out. Let's see. Taxation. That's a good one. And I think we'll tap the. We might as well tap the familiar for a health. We're going to tap it for a health. So that'll put our wizard back up to 40 even. That's not terrible. So he's taken 10 points of damage at 1 turn, but not 11. So we tapped our familiar at the end of the round. And then we're going to complete our round. We're going to draw our cards. Discard and draw happens next. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's take a look at those. Okay, well, interesting draw. We'll see how it works out. We got our spell components, so that's going to make something cheaper to buy. We got this wolf form to 8 points of damage. That is awesome. And target opponent discards a card. I don't know how that works with the master. I have to look. And then this one, if we had another card, it would be better, but we don't. We just have this afterlife, which is going to give us 2 money. So we got 2, 4, 5, at least 5 coins for next round for the wizard. That's going to be the end of his turn. Oh, and I whatever the familiar. I'm so used to magic. I keep using those terms. Expend. I unexpended the familiar. Okay, now we're going to draw a card for our ranger and see what he gets. He got a biting imp. This is another minion. It's going to go in front of him. It says when you play a whatever card that is a Necros faction card. You stun this minion. That's interesting. And then he can tap to discard an item. Ouch. Okay, well, let's go take a look at... Now, he doesn't do anything. He just sits there and defends. But he is going to do a point of damage to the... well, let's go do it in order. Currently, our ranger has 2 minions in front of him right now. That's not good. He doesn't really have the ability to damage them enough to do anything. He could use his headshot just to stun it and get rid of it. He might do that, even though we trash it. But he's got this guy. So first things first, we drew the cards. Then we are going to look to see if he's got enough masteries to level up. He does not. Then we're going to activate the minions in front of the player. So this one's going to pop over for that to do a total of 4 damage to our ranger. That's going to put him down to 48. Yuck. Okay, so he's at 48 points of damage. And then this one is going to tap to remove an item. And we do have 2 items. We have the Stone of Seeking and the Black Arrow. So he's going to do that. We're going to have to discard one of these. Let's see what we got. What does this do? Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Put one on top. Well, we can't. This doesn't do enough damage to kill anything. So I think we'll just discard the arrow, the Black Arrow. And that's it for those guys. Now we get to take our turn. We do have 3 gold, and we do have this. I do think we're going to tap this. Yeah, I think we're going to tap this. or trash it rather, so it's going to go out of the game. So we're going to expend this for 8, just to get rid of one of these guys. Bam, just like that, and we're going to get rid of this charging drunk. He goes away into the discard pile. He's gone, but we lost that ability. But we do get to draw another card, which is going to be a black arrow for 1. It's not going to do a whole lot for us. We could also expend this and 2 gold to look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You may put up to 2 of them in your discard pile. Then, no, we're going to wait. That's not useful to us right now. We do have 3 gold, and we can do this. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Put 1 into your hand, and the rest on top of your deck. So we're going to shuffle up because we are out of cards. Maybe we can get something that'll do enough damage, like his bow or something that will help. Maybe we can get rid of this imp. It'd be nice. Okay, so I've shuffled, and we're going to just do one more quick cut. See what we get. Just another black arrow. Not helpful. And then this goes to his discard pile. So we discard that. Then we got 3 gold plus 2 damage. The 2 damage isn't going to help us much. Well, no, it's not. Okay, so let's take a look at what we can buy. He's got 3 gold. I think that we're going to do 2 things. We're going to get this, because this is going to give us some healing ability if we can get another card of its nature out. And that will put out another card. Not going to help us, but we'll take that, put it in our discard pile, and then we'll get a fire gem for his discard pile as well. And that's going to end his turn. But we will untap this guy, or unexpend that guy, and he is done. And that is going to be the end of a round. So that was not a great round for us. We did kill a minion, but we're not doing enough to the bad guy. Oh, by the way, I go down to 47. I almost forgot. The ranger goes down to 47 because the minion that was drawn had this blue symbol on it, which means you do 1 and stun a champion. Well, we don't have to worry about champion because we don't have one out. But then at the end of that, we're going to clean up all of his cards. We're going to draw 5 more and see what he gets. So 1 gold, okay. 2, oh, we got a tithe priest. That's awesome. We got a ruby. That's more money. That's good. That's 4 is going to be our hunter's bow, and then 5 is going to be devotion. This is good. We got another card out that's going to help us with healing in that. That's good. Well, we'll have some money and some stuff that we can do. That's pretty good. And that's actually going to end the ranger's turn now. Alright, let's go back around to our rogue. Thief is going to do some damage this turn. That is a good thing, but let's see what we can get done here. We're going to draw this and see what we get. Oh no, his other mastery card comes out. Well, that's not terrible. That just means he has now 2 of 3 masteries. He needs 3, 1, 2, 3 to level up, and this is going to do 3 points of damage to our character. So, first thing that happens is we do, in fact, activate the minion in front of the thief. Charging drunk goes bam and does 4 more. Our rogue is now down to 40, equal to our villain, our bad guy, and then we are going to take 3 more because of the master's ability. Now we don't have 3 mastery cards out, so I would check that. Then I do the minions in front of me, then the minions in front of the master, and then his ability. So we're now at, let me see, we're at 40. We did 3 more, so we're at 37 points of damage for our thief. Trying to get that on to 7. Let me show you what we got here. Alright, but now we get to play our cards. So got this one that says draw a card then discard a card. If I tap him, which I'll probably do, to see if we can get a, well, we were not going to have another one, so we're not going to be able to do that. We have 1 gold, 3 gold total, but we do have 3 throwing knives. And remember, for each knife you've already played this turn, you get to add 2, so that's going to be 2. This one here, these 2 here will kill the minions, so we'll expend those, we'll play those rather, to kill this charging drunk. And then we'll play this other one for 3 against the boss, who will drop to 37. Nicely done. Okay, we're slowly whittling this guy away, but we're taking kind of a beating in the process. Alright guys, I need to make more space because we need to put him into play, and then we're immediately going to use him. Now remember that these guys get to defend our heroes when they attack. That's a good thing. Though it's very likely they might get killed in these attacks, which is unfortunate. We're going to tap him to draw a card and discard a card. So we get 1 gold. Well, guess what? We're going to discard the one we just drew because the other ones are more valuable. So basically we have 3 points to spend on. We've already done our damage. And she really wants one of these blue cards, but we can't afford them. They're 4 and 5 apiece. So she'll take this one for 1. The Spark for 1. That'll go into her discard pile. We'll draw a new one out. It's another Necros faction. And then she'll get a Fire Gem into her discard pile as well. That will end all her. That'll spend all of her cards and also end her turn. We would discard any cards if we wanted to, but we don't need to. Then we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, well we got a Fire Gem. We got some money next turn for sure again. We also got somebody who can attack and do some damage, and target opponent discards a card. I'm going to look to see. I don't know if the Master actually does that effect or not, but I would think so. Plus, don't forget, if you can target the Master, gain 3 health, and look at the top card of the deck. We can do this and tap it, but it would cost us. We already did it. We already spent our money, so we can't do that. We can also trash this. Next time you acquire a card this turn, you may acquire another card of the same faction and of equal or lesser value for free. So we want to get one of that 5-point blue card, which we'll be able to do 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and get the second one for free. That would be awesome. Okay, but that's going to end her turn, so we're going to move on to our wizard's turn. And first up, we're going to draw the Master's card and see what he gets. Twisting Bolt. Man, he's just lobbing spells at our wizard, I tell you. This is a neutral one, which means he's going to use his preferred ability. I'll show you what that is. That gray symbol, is that what that means? Deal 10 damage to you. A nearby player may choose to suffer this damage. Well, actually, they're all in about the same shape except for the Ranger. So I think the Ranger is going to take this damage. The Ranger does not have a champion out. So I think we'll do that. That goes into the discard pile. The Ranger will take the damage. It's going to be 10. And then the Wizard will take 3. So while we're on the Wizard, now why is he going to take 3? Well, see this symbol with the spikes around it? That's their preferred ability. If we draw a Mastery card that has a gray circle in it, then they do that one automatically. So 3 points to the Wizard. So he's going to go down to 37. Let's get a 3 up here. 37. Alright, and then the Ranger, however, just dropped to 34. But the reason I picked the Ranger is because he's got some healing stuff that's been filtering into his deck. And so he's got 37 now instead of 47. Alright, well, let's continue on. We got the Wizard's turn to actually do some things now. Booyah! Gonna do 8 points. Yeah, he is. Target the opponent's discard pile. Let me think about how that works. Okay, some rules to note. If we have a card that tells this to discard one of the Master's card, we don't discard it. We actually look at the top card of the Master's deck and we get to see what it was. So either keep it on top or put it on the bottom, so that way if an elite minion comes out, we can get rid of it. I don't know if there are any elite minions in this first thing. We'll see. And then from targeting, it says, while there are any prepared minions, this is what I was talking about earlier, and I did find it. Any prepared minions in your area, you can only target things in your area. You're too busy fighting to look elsewhere. But if there are no prepared minions in your area, you can target things in the Master's area or in nearby areas. Okay, so we can't automatically target enemies in our other areas. So one of the things I'm looking for, and I'm still looking for it, so give me just a second, is when you're attacking, if you have something that says attack the discard pile, how does that work when you're playing with the Master? Okay, so we did figure out that. Target opponent discards a card. So we're going to attack the tit for tat. We're going to hit that Master hard. Those guys that are spreading this horrible spell into the tavern, we're going to hit them for 8 points. So we're going to discard that. That is going into the Wizard's discard pile. And we're going to take this guy now down to, where's 20? 29 points of damage. That was really good at hit. And we get to look at this card. If it is an elite minion, hazed. This is a hazard. Broken tables and chairs. Your area is blocked off. I think we'll leave that on top. That doesn't look too devastating. And that's the card that's going to come out next. So now we get to take the rest of our Wizard's turn. mine. I could have chosen to block the damage that the wizard took with that, but I didn't want to lose the familiar right away. We're going to heal and do other things. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you may, if I don't have one of these out, so another one of these out, so it doesn't matter. Put a champion in from your discard pile. Okay, so we are going to buy some stuff. Now, if I buy an action, it costs me 1 less. So let's take a look. Well, we've been focusing a bit on these Necros factions. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1. If it take an action, will cost 1 less. So we can take this one for 3 right here. We'll do that. We'll take this one for 3. That's pretty good. That goes in our discard pile. We draw another one. That's pretty good, but we're not going to do that. So we have 2, 3. We got 2 left. So we will take this death cultist minion. Now this means that this has the guard ability, meaning that this one has to be defeated before I can be attacked, and that's going into the wizard's discard pile, and that's going to end his turn. Well, I take it back. We're going to tap this guy, and I think we're going to heal the wizard up to 38. We're going to keep trying to gain some health there, just that 1 point. That's helpful, and we're going to continue on. I said tap, but I meant expend. I apologize. Okay, so let's get rid of all of this, and all that's going to go to the wizard's discard pile. Then we're going to draw back up. We only have 2 cards. That's what we got right there, so I have to shuffle up and draw a new hand. 3 more cards. Saving that fireball for when this fireball for when the big baddie has an elite come out. Okay, 2 more cards. And we get that. Okay. So there's our 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1 more. Boom. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. Okay. Oh, we got the wolf form back. Good. We get major damage. I was hoping to get another one of these out so we could start stacking these up. But it's okay. We're going to do some stuff next turn. And that's going to be the end of the wizard's actions. So we will then unexpend the cat and move on to the ranger. First thing we have to do is draw a card from our master's deck. We know what it is. It's these broken tables or chairs. Your area is blocked off. You can't fight, heal, or target outside your area and other players' areas. You may expend one of your champions to clear this. Okay, well, we're going to put that in play in front of him. That is a blue card, but we also have to tap this and get rid of an item. I guess this is an item, so he's going to discard 1 gold from the imp. And that means he doesn't have a lot to spend this turn, but he'll be okay. Okay. We are then also going to put the Tithe Priest into play as a minion. We're not going to stun him to get rid of that card, though. Then we got our Hunting Bow, our Devotion action. Now this means we always have a religious guy or whatever, holy one in play. So that means we will get the benefit of this when we play it. So let's play it now. This says 4 and gain 1 for each champion you have in play, which is 1. So that's going to give us 1 extra gold, so 3 total gold there. And he's going to go back up to 41 health. That was helpful, right? Because he was able to heal himself. Let's go down and take a better look at this. Now we got 2. I still can't kill this dude, and that sucks. But we do have some things going on here. So we did the 4. We get 2. And we have 1 champion, so that's 3 total. Plus I can tap him for another one or heal. I think I'll tap him for another one and get 4. So we can get maybe a couple more cards. I don't know if that's worth it or not. It might be better to gain a heal for each champion, which is only 1. I put him up to 42. No, we'll gain the gold because then I can get a couple of fire gems or something. Okay, well we have 4, so I think we'll get this Elven Gift. It makes sense for the ranger. It's a nice weapon. It looks like something out of Lord of the Rings. And maybe we'll get a couple more of these types of cards in there. We'll get that and put it into discard pile. And we'll draw another card. What do we get? We get, a death minion, but it's worth 6. And then for the other 2, we'll get a fire gem. That will expend all these cards. Oh, and we get to draw a card because of this symbol here. Let's see what we draw. We're almost out of cards. Ooh, it's Horn of Calling. It's worth 1 more gold, so we had 5, but it wouldn't have helped. And the next champion you acquire it 1 less. We did not acquire a champion, so those go into our discard pile. Okay, now we do have 2 points from the bow, but it really can't do anything. It's not worth doing, actually. So we're just going to get rid of this card and This one didn't do anything either, so we're going to discard both of these at the end of the round, and that's going to end our turn. Then we will draw the one card. We're going to have to shuffle up and get 4 more. Ranger's not doing too bad. Not too bad. Okay. And then we go 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got taxation, which will be helpful with this. It's good, a lot of healing. Check that out. That's awesome. And then we got the fire gem coin. I'll put this with the right over here with the so we keep track of our money. And oh man, just we're not doing damage. That really sucks. And now we have this furniture here we got to get rid of. But we're going to untap the Tithe Priest, and that will be the end of the second round. So guys, that's going to end this episode. Hope you're following along okay. We're doing okay, actually. We've got the master down to 29. He needs 1 more mastery card, and then he's going to level up. And that's bad, but we'll see how close that mastery card is to coming into play. And then we got some things happening. We actually have some champions that are starting to come out and help us. We're getting to be able to do some damage. The wizard's done some great damage. He's going to do great damage again, unless a minion comes out to protect the master in front of the wizard, which hasn't happened yet. We've been pretty blessed that way. So we're doing really well. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you subscribing and all the good stuff that you do. It means a lot to me. Getting ready. I'm continually preparing good and new things. You've seen a lot of that activity lately, so please just keep up the support. I appreciate it. Help me garner some new subscribers. Get out the word that I'm really beefing this channel up for you guys to try and do more. And thank you. So most of all, thank you. You've been great, and I can't tell you I can't tell you how much I appreciate all that you've contributed to my channel with comments and subscriptions and likes and all that good stuff. So thanks, and I will talk to you soon. Also, I'm about to do a giveaway. I'm just prepping up for it, and the more people I have as patrons, the bigger that giveaway is going to be. So if you're thinking about becoming a patron of mine, please go do it. I appreciate that too. Thanks. Talk to you soon.